During the June 12 crisis, only the Scandinavian countries provided help to the Yoruba nation. Norway, Sweden, and the rest of them. Denmark. They provided help for us. During this June 12 crisis, we went to South Africa, Mandela in particular, to help MKO Abiola. He refused, yet the Yoruba contributed money under apartheid to free black people in South Africa. Ghana, our next door neighbor, they did not help us. No country in Africa provided help to the Yoruba nation, except the Scandinavian countries. But when our people wanted to escape, Benin Republic and Togo helped us in no small measure. They are the only countries in Africa that provided help for us because they are part of Yoruba land. So we cannot say because somebody is white, we will not relate with them. You will be making the greatest mistake of your life. When we went to war with England in 1851, we got help from the Portuguese. They sold arms and ammunition to us, as well as the Brazil. In 1855, when we went to war with this English, it was the Portuguese people and the Brazilian people who sold arms and ammunition to us. In 1892, during the Ijebu War with the British, we got arms and ammunition from Portugal as well as from Brazil. In 1902, when the English fought us in Ilorin, we also get weapons from Portugal and Brazil. Who were the people that were helping English? Hausa Fulani, who were black skin, and people from Ghana. The records say so. They have black skin. So if you think that we must form relationship with people on the color of our skin, we will be making the greatest mistake. We helped the people of South Africa when we needed help in 1993. They refused us. America has never colonized Yoruba land, not for 1 second. We were colonized by the English colonial Turks. We must form relationship with the United States of America. We must negotiate with the United States of America. We must sign military pact with the United States of America. We must rekindle our friendship with the state of Israel. Buhari, who is a Fulani, is always hobnobbing with Saudi Arabia, going to Islamic conference meeting. We must also meet and rekindle our relationship with the state of Israel. These are our allies. We must talk to Brazil to help us. How can we have waterways? We cannot control it. Our children have no job, but Fulani children are controlling all the jobs in Yoruba land. So I'm saying to all young Yoruba, you cannot listen to the message and you will not do anything. I am not your savior. I have been worried since age 15. I was looking through the window of my bedroom when Fulani police officer came to our home and whisked away my mother because she was protesting against the injustice done to MKO Abiola during the June 12 crisis. I was a young 15-year-old boy. I couldn't do anything. I saw the humiliation. In my early 20s, I witnessed my elder brother shot and killed by Fulani police officer and Igbo in Yoruba land. In Yoruba land, our own homeland in Ibadan. They wasted a young life simply because he refused to give them what they demanded for. We call ourselves the most educated out of Africa. We cannot police our society. We call ourselves the most educated nation in Africa. We cannot control our own military. I live in a society because I have a child who needed a medical help. I gave up my job, a very good job in Yoruba land, because unitary system was introduced in 1966. Because of that, my son could not have access to qualitative health care. We had him in London just because we want to take advantage of the NHS. And I paid all of my savings for my son to have that medical treatment. There are so many Yoruba fathers like myself who cannot provide the same opportunities for their own children. And I found myself in a society where I cannot attain my full human potential, in a society where I face discrimination every day, in a society where I approach a police officer to help me resolve a problem. I ended up being assaulted and being dumped in custody for 5 months because of my ethnicity as a Yoruba citizen, because of my race as a black man. This is not a society I want to raise my children. It is not a good society because my children will be discriminated against. It is not that the English people are racist. It is that they want to take care of their own children, of their own citizens, first and foremost. The only place for my children is Yoruba land. The only place for your children is Yoruba land. If you and I fold our hands and do nothing, the same problem that we are facing, our children will face the same thing. Ibonization of Yoruba land is a major concern. It's a big problem. People cannot be trooping into our space unregulated. Our space is not a sanctuary for anybody to run to. If Yoruba land is like Somalia, nobody will want to be there. We must safeguard the interests of the future of our children yet unborn. We must take Yoruba out of Nigeria. For 54 years, we've been calling for a return to regional government, and they have been refusing. This is the time for you and I, our generation, to do what is right. This is the time for us to work together. This is the time for us to fight, and this is the time for us to go to war. We must